Welcome to Offgrid Victory. It's a winter day here in the Ozarks, and I wanted to show you something that I've invested in that I think is really going to be excellent on the homestead in terms of safety for you and your family, and for other applications too that we'll talk about later as well. So what do I want to talk about today is the old carbon monoxide monitor, right? Now this is a household style. It's made by First Alert, and you have to plug it in, and also it has a 9-volt battery here to kind of keep it going for a little while, but not super portable, right? I mean, it's kind of bulky, and yeah, it's not that fun to look at, or it doesn't do anything else other than carbon monoxide detecting. So anyway, let's put that down here. And what I want to talk to you about, carbon monoxide, right? So in the wintertime, people are using things like kerosene heaters, maybe propane heaters, maybe even in like New York City, they might be using a natural gas stove, cooking stove, and lighting it for heat, whatever have you, okay? In a real survival mode, you might have to do all sorts of crazy things like they did in Texas a few years ago. But in Texas a few years ago, some people died because they just didn't have a carbon monoxide monitor. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. And that's this guy right here. And so it is a small, portable, handheld carbon monoxide monitor. It works off of USB-C in terms of charging. It has an internal battery that you charge. So it tells you a couple things. It tells you carbon monoxide, CO, parts per million, and it gives you temperature, and it also gives you, I think, it's a hydrometer as well. So it'll give you percentage of moisture that's out there. It says 48%. So anyway, let's go ahead and test this guy and see how it works. So I have my little venerable here, Yamaha 2400, my little generator, and I'm going to kind of simulate a confined space, right? So this is a little Lifetime shed that I have next to my container, and I'm going to show you how this works and how fast it might work for you. So let's go ahead and turn this generator on. All right. Okay. And I just started it and just closed it. And let's see how these gases, how quickly they accumulate inside this thing. Now I'm hearing the beeping now. So in a few seconds, it was able to register the amount of carbon monoxide that was forming. So initially it had about 170 parts per million, but yeah, it really went off very fast. And as you can see now, it's coming down because we have fresh air, right? But let's go ahead and put this right next to the exhaust port on this generator and see how fast it'll climb. I'm trying to be careful not to burn my hand next to this exhaust. As you can see, it's already climbing. Okay, so yeah, well, let's go turn this off for a second, and then I'll tell you how this is going to come down. All right, so this kind of gives you roughly how loud this unit is in terms of audio, the audio. Okay, so the way I think this unit works is it maxes out at 500 parts per million. Even though there's like 4 digits here, it really only requires 3 because I don't think you can go beyond that. I could be wrong, but that's all I was getting up to. It seems like that's it, or the limit on this in terms of its monitoring ability. And of course, when you get fresh air, it'll quickly come back down to normal. This is what you should have, 0, right? So yeah, I think it's an excellent little unit. It's so portable. I mean, I think it'll be great for even like a campfire. Definitely for indoors, next to your wood stove, things like that, to monitor carbon monoxide. I think it could even be used in van life for those who use diesel heaters in your van. Another great way, or let's say you're just living in it and potentially if your gaskets aren't correct, maybe you are letting carbon monoxide from your engine come back into your vehicle. So all sorts of applications here. I really like it. It seems really portable. The durability remains to be seen, but I'm very hopeful. Definitely using it this winter all throughout, every day, and then of course I'll be charging it up to see how the battery life goes. But so far I'm very impressed with the unit, and a great safety addition to the homestead. Alrighty, shalom.